Hello everybody, and I hope you're having a fantastic day, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the step up spawn that just came out. Okay, so with the step up spawn, it's the same junk they have always been doing. 10 gems, it's going to start off with 10 gems. The first step up is going to be 10 gems, 1 SSR guaranteed, and you're only getting one piece of a droplet of ether. You're not getting a full half a droplet of ether, well drop of ether that is. So I personally would rather have that personally. It don't matter to me if you do treasure spots a lot, or you could even do like lemon cookies and stuff like that. You could get droplets of ether quite easy. These events also offer lots of droplets of ether, so honestly having them for what, 20 gems more, for 20 gems more is personally not worth it for me. But still, the spawn's going to be as expensive as they ever make it. 30 plus 30 equals 60, 60 plus 50 equals 110, that 10 is 120, so it's going to be 120 gem step up. So is this even worth it in the first place, Azure? Because they seem to be doing this a lot, and personally, it's hard for free-to-plays. Like, if you don't get your game A team, getting gems isn't easy, especially for a free-to-play. So having them 120 gems is quite outrageous compared to what you had them before, but anyways. Okay, so the last step up, you're guaranteed one SSR monster, and the SSR monster you're guaranteed can be one out of any of the mortal sets that are out right now. And let me tell you right now, only 3 of them are exactly worth your time. The others, I don't even see the purpose of having them in the first place. Maybe that one mission that might want those, but other than that, there's almost no purpose of any to actually grab them in the first place. The ones that I'm talking about is Mortal Set of Pride Superbia, and this is a maybe because sometimes this will affect the team, sometimes this won't do jack squat. The reason I'm saying that is because this will decrease the stats of all enemies by 30% for 60 seconds, and this will go first. This is one of the monsters that will go first. Whether you win or lose, it goes first. So they're going to have a 30% debuff right there, help with a little less damage that they're actually going to do. It's going to remove buffs from all enemies, so it's going to start them on a clean slate with 30% less. It's going to decrease the usage of all enemies by 20. If they unison straight up, that's not going to affect them whatsoever. And this one's right here is going to be where it's also going to be very helpful. Reduce the usage gauge of all enemies by 3 for 60 seconds. That right there is where it's going to be the most useful. So they're going to be doing a little less damage because they're not going to have any buffs. They're going to be completely removed. Well, possibly completely removed. Since it's going first, all the other monsters will go next, and they may just have buffs in the first place. It's giving a 30% stat decrease, and the Unison gauge gains will be decreased by 3. So right there, that could potentially hurt a team really badly, depending on the situation and scenario with their unisons and everything surrounding it. They might actually have no unison by the next round because you use a clever tactic like this, Superbia. So that's what I gotta say about Superbia and everything surrounding it. Personally, we have used it on lots of guilds. It worked around 40 to 50% of the time when we first came out. We had a guildmate that had it. It didn't work all the time. There was times where people just straight up always had unison, no matter whether we popped this or not. So it does have a success rate due to like other monsters just straight up counteracting the unison gauge decrease in gains and just adding increase instead, and it just kind of cancels the effect, to be fairly honest. This is a really easy counter, but the other two are definitely a lot harder. The next one I'm going to be talking about is Renovere. The reason Renovere has Awakening Standby mode, and with Awakening Standby mode, once your HP drops to 60% or less, it's going to activate Awakening. And what Awakening does is it has damage reflection and damage reduction. It's also going to increase the stats of all allies by 50%, but it's going to have that 50% damage reflection, and well, it's not going to have damage reflection, but it's going to have a 50% damage reduction, and that's going to decrease the damage possibly actually by half of what it originally would be. With whatever monster's hitting you, the damage is getting reduced by half, and that could potentially clutch for your team, absolutely. So that's why I'm saying that. And it casts Resurrection on your character to help your character survive even longer. And then we got Madia right here. Madia is absolutely the best choice, usually, almost always. Sometimes Renovere might be, but usually Madia is, because Madia does it straight out the gate. With Madia, it is going to recover 60% of base HP for all allies. So if you need heals, like right off the bat, Madia's got you covered. It's going to add a continuous heal, and it's going to reduce the physical and magical damage taken by all allies by 40% for 40 seconds. So it's going to do a 40% damage reduction, and it's going to reduce physical and magical damage received by all allies to 0 twice. It's going to recover 25 costs, and it's going to cast Resurrection on yourself. These two right there, Redivir and Madia, are absolutely clutch. If you're trying to survive Unison and you think you won't be in the league, or you think you won't have the advantage, that is, holy smokes, I cannot speak, I'm sorry. These two definitely help out for that scenario and situation, but there are a lot, and when I say a lot, there is a lot of monsters that can remove damage reflection, damage reduction, continuous healing, and other constant effects out there. So you want to be careful, because this is a really easy tactic to counter nowadays. When they first came out, not so easy. There was only a few monsters that could do them, but now, like, almost every other, if not every other, 35 and 36 cost, and heck, even 37 cost monsters have these abilities that do that. So not as good as they were when they first came out due to how many monsters can counter them now, but it does come in handy for sure, regardless of the situation and scenario, at least sometimes. Anyways, moving on from there, they do have a guaranteed one select weapon and one defense armor step up part. I forgot it was the second or third. I'm going to get them mixed up. But anyways, here they are, what they have to offer. They have the entangling set. They have the gear. I cannot say that for the love and death of me. So they have these right here. The art ofs, the 35, 36 cost art ofs. They got the lightning dragon stuff, great for elements. They have the glimmering spear stuff, great for critical build-ups, not just straight up fatals, but like actual critical build-ups using the Noah stuff. And then they got the piety. They go as low as the piety. Well, they don't go as low as the piety. They go as low as the stuff right here at the 32 cost. And then they got the armor sets for all the above that you recently already seen. So that's pretty much that and surrounding that. And I personally don't think that's worth it for the price that it is either, because they're offering as low as 32s and 33s. Maybe if it was 34s, you could consider it for like newer players or people who really don't have a lot of 34 cost plus stuff equipped or added at all, like within like whatever they have in this game. Sure, that might be worth it, but considering it's only 32 or 33, that's kind of outdated now. And literally, like, the highest cost stuff right now gives actually, like, it's only like 3 costs, I think, higher, but it nearly gives double the stats that this stuff can give. Nearly gives double the stats. I might be wrong, because I might be a little off due to the infusions and everything surrounding that. But yeah, it's insane. So that's my intake on the spawn and everything surrounding it. It's really risky spawn, to be fairly honest, for just a few good things they have in there, and it's by far too expensive for what they have in it. It's legitimately at 100 and I think it was, yeah, it's 120 gem spawn. For the few good things they have in there, for 120 gems, just not worth it. 120 gems is not something you're gonna easily come by. It isn't. So, thank you for tuning in, thank you for watching, and I hope this helped out. This is the AzureWrath, and I'll catch you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.